Welcome to Anime Out of Context, a comedy review show hosted by a basement dweller who grew up scrounging terrible fan subs on sketchy websites prior to the convenience of modern streaming, alongside a willfully ignorant soul whose only knowledge of anime comes from the shows forced upon him here. This show will contain spoilers, incorrect information, and copious amounts of adult language. Our hosts are not experts on any topic, and everything they say should be taken with a grain of salt. Thank you for listening, and enjoy.
Hello and welcome to Anime Out of Context, the show where I attempt to explain the sometimes weird, sometimes wonderful, but always hilarious world of anime.
And I wonder, am I in charge of the choices I make?
I'm Shaun Rollins.
I'm Remington Chase.
Alrighty, Remington. You seem like way happier than usual.
I'm riding that high from last week. You know, I haven't stopped smiling. I also haven't stopped thinking about adorable penguins. So it's been a good week.
I'm glad to hear that, bud. I'm glad to hear that.
It's been a good week, unless anything bad happened in the week leading up to this episode, in which case it's been a terrible week.
Oh yeah, you just gotta preload that statement because that's happened.
Reminder: we record in advance.
Yeah. There have been several times where we've been like, oh man, this is a great day. Like nothing could make this day better, and then a national tragedy happens, and it's like, fuck.
Yeah.
Ooh, man. Or we say, like, a slightly off-color joke that was, like, haha, funny at the time. And then it's like, oh, actually, severe, like, political discourse.
Yeah, it's like we lacked context of what was about to come.
Yeah, and sometimes Dylan misses it to cut it out because of bad timing and placement.
Good times.
That'll definitely never happen this week.
So what controversial anime are we covering this week that will age very poorly in the next, like, week and a half before it actually gets uploaded?
Well, hopefully it won't be that controversial, Rem. Because today I wanted to talk with you about relationships.
Oh, do we need to have a conversation, Shaun?
We do need to have a conversation, but it's not as It's not as
right.
serious as you would think, actually, Rem. It's not about you and me. It's not about you and me.
Oh, okay, yeah, all right.
Yeah, it's about the past, actually, Rem.
Could also be dangerous.
It could be very dangerous. It could be very dangerous.
I'll be honest, if you look at either of our past relationships, it is not a pretty tale. Not a good history.
No. It is a dark web of very prominent mistakes. Some good things here and there, but the mistakes far outweigh the good things.
Yeah.
But you and I are both currently in very happy relationships, I would say.
Oh, yes, 100%.
Especially if either of our significant others are listening to this podcast right now.
Then we're in the single greatest relationships that anybody could be in, ever.
Yep, and we love and appreciate them very, very much. We gotta talk about other relationships. So now that we've laid that groundwork, Rem, I've got an anime today about exes.
Oh, shit. All right, yep.
Because, Rem, we've talked at length about anime before relationships, during dating, and like even some anime that tackle marriage. Not many, but a couple. And so we've covered all of like the durings and the befores, but we haven't really talked much about the afters.
Genuinely, one of the only ones I can even think of that broaches this topic in any substantial way is one that I've liked, but also It's definitely a hell of a show. Domestic Girlfriend is like the only one I can think of to sort of broach this kind of topic, and in a significant way.
Also, kind of Rent a Girlfriend as well, if you'll recall.
Okay, yeah, I guess so. And some of them, I guess some of them use it as a periphery thing.
Right.
Especially, where it's like, oh, here's my ex, but it's not about, like, the story isn't about those two characters. Mm-hmm. The story is about other characters, and the ex is usually like an obstacle or a side character, right?
Right. Yeah, so I have for you today a newly airing series, right? Just barely reached its third episode, so I figured we should just jump on it and cover it before the emails flood in. Because, like, Rem, you're kind of a savant when it comes to giving relationship advice on this podcast.
I have done it a lot, and I maintain I've given some damn good advice.
I would agree with you. And since this anime so, like...
Don't get me wrong, it is not what you should come here for.
No, absolutely.
But...
No, we have a disclaimer for a reason, y'all.
Yes, but if you happen to get some solid shit that helps you out, all the better.
Exactly. So I figured covering a show that heavily features the relationship between people who used to date might be like an interesting little jumping off point for you. You know, get some of that more solid Remington dating advice, or in this case, post dating advice on how you should handle your ex, whether it was a good breakup, a bad breakup, or just kind of in between.
Well, great news. I also have plenty of experience with breakups. It comes. You get a lot of girlfriends. You get a lot of breakuups.
Yeah. Hey, Rem. Out of curiosity, how many people have you dated?
A relatively significant number.
What would you say is the average amount of people, like the average person will date in their lifetime?
In their lifetime? Well, and I guess it depends on like dating.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I think the average person will date dozens and dozens, but like to actually have a proper relationship, I have about somewhere in the realm of 24-ish exes that aren't just like one-off dates. That yeah.
So really, it could be more depending on how like low your threshold is.
Yes, if you have a different definition, then it would be more. But if you're like people who we have described each other as significant others and then broke up, that's happened about 24 or so times.
So a nice, reasonable number. I'm sure everybody listening can relate to that number. Isn't that right?
The point is, hey, I've been in a nice long-term relationship for almost like 4 years or something now. It's great.
And she's easily one of the best people you've ever dated. I like her even more than you.
I agree.
Yeah, like, it's hard not to. But that's why I figured you would be a great person to talk about this anime with. So it's actually a pretty straightforward story, Rem. It's about our two main characters, Yume and Mizuto.
Okay.
And for a whole year, actually, they dated in their last year of junior high school.
Okay.
So, you've already got a little bit of the awkward tension with, dating in junior high, which arguably probably shouldn't do. But hey, people will do what they do. And their relationship was actually a pretty solid one at first. Things were going great for a full year. They really were into each other and enjoyed each other quite a bit. But after, a while, just little, like, minor disagreements, minor arguments built up here and there. And eventually they just decided to call it off from each other. Actually right at the graduation of their prestigious private junior high school.
Yep, as it happens.
Yeah, because, hey, you're... It's a big changing point in your life, and you might not even go to the same schools. You don't know where things are going to lead. So that's if it was ever going to end, that seems like a fairly solid point to end things. However, because they both went to a very prestigious private school and were very clever and very smart and got good grades, they both ended up going to a very the same high tier high school. With one of them being the student representative, so the person who got the top score and has to give a small introductory speech at the beginning of the year, and the other one just being, very, clever and highly graded as well. But not only that, they also get put into the same classroom because their names are essentially right next to each other in terms of spelling order. So this anime is actually just about their post-relationship life and where it leads from there, and like the trials and tribulations of essentially being stuck in a situation where you're constantly with your ex.
I think this is a solid concept, and I'm actually hoping that this anime, like, it takes the concept seriously, and it doesn't, which I mean in more than one way, right?
Okay.
Because you could have an anime that has this as a purely comedic premise, right? Which could totally work. You could also have one that's pure over dramatic chaos, which could also work in a different way. But I don't believe either of those would be taking it seriously. I want it to like find the real humanity in this scenario, because I do find this to be a very fascinating and interesting situation to find yourself in.
Yeah, because a lot of times if you're dating somebody and you break up with them, that's it. Call it quits. A lot of times you don't have to see them each other. But if you're like in a school situation like that becomes a lot harder. And eventually you're going to have to interact with them, and how you interact with them really can shape how you handle future relationships, if anything. Like, there's a lot of
For sure,
very interesting psychological aspects of it. I think that's basically all I need to tell you.
Okay.
Oh, right. The title of this anime, by the way, is oh boy, Mama Haha no Surego ga Motoka no Data.
That's a lot. All right.
Yep.
And what's that mean?
Man, that directly translates to Rem. My stepmom's daughter is my ex.
All right, let's go into this. Best case scenario, a domestic girlfriend, I guess, is our absolute peak. We're in hell.
Oh, Rem, it's been a while since I've gotten you with one of those.
Fuck. I'm still on the cheetah say hi, where for the first time in a long time, I did not expect ulterior motive. Like, normally, I'm fucking aware. Like, I am hyper aware. I'm borderline paranoid. But no, I was still in that baby penguin afterglow, and it did not work out, unfortunately. All right, let's fucking do this. Let's go. I don't.
Hey, Rem.
God,
it could still have what you're looking for.
I guess.
So without further ado, let's go watch some of My Stepmom's Daughter is My Ex.
Look, you filmed the incest porno, all right? You filmed it, and then you were like, oh shit, let's just dub over in post and add the word step.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back after watching 3 whole episodes of My Stepmom's Daughter is My Ex. And Rem, it's been a while since we've been in this position, you and I, where you haven't caught on to what I've been doing, and it's just been, I feel like, though I didn't lie, I led you down a path that you weren't expecting to go.
Yeah, it wasn't, especially after last week, where I was riding high, and thus that's why I was so taken aback, really.
Mm-hmm. Well, you gotta keep yourselves grounded sometimes, Rem. You gotta really...
And what a way to do it. You know how I like to stay grounded, keep my head out of the clouds? It's by turning the plane completely down right into the earth as fast as possible. I find that to be very grounding, actually.
Well, yeah.
And
fastest way to get grounded.
There's pain and suffering and flames around. I just think, wow, look how grounded I am.
Look, Rem, I had to cut this off at the head because as soon as 2 episodes of this came out, we already got a handful of emails, and I was like, oh god, it's going to be nothing but recommendations for this anime for months. So if
here's the thing, Shaun.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Oh, yeah?
This show, it's terrible for all the reasons you'd expect, but I also think it's terrible for some reasons you wouldn't expect.
Ooh, nuance.
Yeah. So don't get me wrong. For everybody listening in, and they're like, oh, are we going to hear Remington complain about all the incest? Which, some might say, but it's not actually incest. But I'm going to tell everyone who wants to make that argument right now. Because, don't get me wrong. If you're in a situation where you happen to be dating someone and then they suddenly become your step sibling or something related to that,
the domestic girlfriend, if you will.
Yeah. I think it can be a little bit weird, but overall, it's not objectionable. If you date, it's not the worst thing. You're not gonna get an incest baby out of it. It's okay. Might be a weird dynamic, but you do you. And so surely I must have the same opinion about this anime, but no, because here's the thing, Shaun. So this is all about how they broke up and then they got back they broke up and now they're living under the same roof and they're step siblings and there's romantic tension between them, blah blah blah, right? The entire premise of the show is just a convoluted way to pretend they're not siblings. It's just a convoluted way to wipe that away because you would lose nothing if you removed the fact that they're step siblings. If you just turn them into siblings, it's the same fucking show. It's the same fucking show, dude.
I mean, it'd be a bit weird if they dated before that, though.
No, because here, let me tell you what the plot beneath the plot is. All right.
All right.
This is the plot of they're just siblings, and see how wildly different it is. They've grown up just as siblings, as fraternal twins, and they fooled around at one point, but realized that it would be a terrible idea if their parents found out about it, and decided to try and cut it off. But the tension between them is too great, so it's a struggle for them both.
Huh.
Oh, I'm sorry, did that not change the plot in any way at all? I'm sorry. Is it the exact same story told the exact same way? Oh, weird! How curious! Oh, but what about the bits that get brought up and never mentioned again, Remington? Ah, well, you answered it in your own question there. Everything to do with them being step-siblings, it is the equivalent of, like, look, you filmed the incest porno, all right? You filmed it, and then you were like, oh shit, this place doesn't accept incest. Let's just dub over in post and add the word step anytime they say sibling, and then it'll be okay. It's just that. You've just slapped it on, but it's not relevant. Like, these are not people who happen to be under the same roof. No, these are just siblings who want to fuck.
Oh, Rem, are you sure you could say that? They don't even look alike.
Yeah, so I think it's evident that this show it's just going for plausible deniability on the incest point, and it does not do that terribly well.
Oh, you're telling me there's not much subtlety in this show?
God, no. Let's actually talk about what happens in the show.
Yeah,
So,
like, how is this uniquely different?
Yeah, so we open the show, and we see that our two main characters, they're being cordial in front of the mother, but as soon as she's gone, animosity and insults, right? And then we cut to a family dinner where they're being nice and they're washing dishes together, and we learned that essentially they don't want to upset their parents. They don't want to make their parents mad or feel weird, or I don't know. Look, this part, it's the point, but also I cannot emphasize it does not matter.
What? I mean, the parents are so important to the show, Rem. Surely they're in, like, every other scene, right?
There are times, there was a scene where they woke up in the middle of the night, so it's like, okay, so the parents are definitely here because it's the middle of the night. They just turn on the lights and started a chat in the living room at full volume. They're the only ones that live there. The parents come and visit, maybe. But other than that, we get the good old anime trope of, yeah, I guess the parents are here somewhere.
So you're saying it's a stepbro help love nest is what you're saying?
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, so now, after that, we get introduced to, I guess, once again, the premise of the show. And the premise is, they start a very meaningless argument about who the older sibling is, because they were born on the same day, because they're totally not twins, but obviously they're totally twins. Well, first of all, it's a weird argument, because the girl is objectively the older one.
What's a mere 6 hours, Rem?
Like, she has the right answer. And like, at most, you could just say, like, neither of us we're the same age. That could be acceptable. But if you're deciding who's older, it's not the brother. Like, maybe it's the sister, maybe it's same age, it's not the brother. What the fuck is going on? But this argument, while it is the whole point of the show, it doesn't matter either. Because we now have gone through two premises of the show, neither of which have mattered. Because all that matters in the show is, hey, you want those siblings to fuck? Man, wouldn't it be great if they fucked? Yeah, audience, you want them to fuck, don't you? And that's the show. So,
I don't. So, Rem, I don't want that.
Bad news, because that's what the show thinks you want. So they enter into, it's a sex game.
Rem, no.
They enter into a sex game with each other.
Surely not.
The game, which, it's very simple, right?
Okay.
Let me present it in the safe way, right? Where it's, hey, we don't want our parents finding out, right? So, from this point forward, we give no indication that we ever dated. We are nothing but siblings, right? And from this point forward, we will only act as if we are siblings. And if one of us gives any indication that we used to date, I don't know, through super high sexual tension or something of the like, just throwing out examples here, then they get punished in some, like, it's, okay, if you indicate that, then you are the little sibling, but also then later on it just turns into general punishments. All right, so that's the safe way. Some of you may have already caught on to the not safe way, not safe for work way, where, all right, let's see how different that game is from, all right, here we are as siblings, sexual tension off the charts, and you know what? We're going to try and inhibit our desires, and if either of us crack, whenever we do, we get punished by the other. Yeah, no, that's a sex game. It's not even an obscure sex game. It's like, yeah, oh, you're gonna build tension, and then only release at certain times. Oh yeah, sex game.
Rem, are you telling me that this anime...
And then they're like, oh, and we have to act like siblings all the time. Basically, as if a viewer who just started watching the show, they should think that we're siblings who really want to fuck.
So, Rem, you're...
Not because that's what we are, but,
So,
fucked.
Let me get this clear, Rem. You're telling me that what they're doing in this anime is the, like, light novel equivalent of constantly edging us.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, it's edging the audience who's really into this, as well as the same principle of edging just applies to the show. It's like, oh, how can I make the other person break, right? How can I get the other person so aroused that they can't help themselves and are willing to be punished over showing how turned on they may be, right? That's fucking sex game. And
is this the kind of edge that... No, never mind. Not making that joke. Never making that joke. Never. Nope. Sorry, Dylan. I was about to make a joke at your expense because you're an edgy boy. Not making that joke.
They call him edgelord for a reason.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what I was trying not to say. Thank you, Rem.
Hey, I have no inhibitions here. Speaking of no inhibitions, so we continue on, and I don't know, bullshit scene. None of this matters. Some dudes are really into the sister. Also, by the way, I don't know any of their fucking names.
No, really? But I could tell by the fact that you couldn't tell me a single name. Or you, like, specifically like, the brother, the sister, the brother, the sister, to really drive home your point that they are just siblings. The sister is Yume, and the brother is Mizuto.
Oh, I might remember Yume. We'll see. So continuing on, when they go to school, she's like super popular, but also she's like super great in academics, and also she's like pretty good at athletics, but also don't worry, oh man, she's a nervous wreck, she's relatable just like you. So that's her character, which, as you can see, is not the most original of Mary Sue's out there. And then, but what about the brother? Brother he's one of the shittiest characters I've ever seen. Because he just has nothing at all. Like, he's unpopular because he's an antisocial asshole who's also horrendously boring. There's gonna be a scene later where a girl will be like, oh, he's so caring about his sister, because he was around once. I guess? I don't know. I genuinely don't know her justification for saying this. The only chemistry, like, they don't even have chemistry between themselves, the siblings. Like, surely, if you're on the prowl for some sister fucking anime, right?
Oh, which, God, don't say on the prowl.
Which, unfortunately, many weebs are. There's a market for a reason, unfortunately. Surely there's much better ones than this, because they don't have chemistry. They don't interact in an interesting way with each other. The guy is so horribly bland. She's an erratic Mary Sue. There's more the only chemistry that exists in this show is between the sister and her friend that she's going to make later, right? That's it. The brother will also make a friend, but we see him in 2 scenes, and he's never relevant, and he also just shows the fuck up. The show doesn't even care about that one.
Also, he looks like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo at the end of episode 3, which hurt me a little bit because as somebody who's constantly compared to a certain member of the mystery gang,
Finally, you're starring in a sister fucking anime like you've always wanted.
No, that's as far as...
Shaun has been telling me for years that soon he'll get his big break.
No, I don't want to be anywhere near this, Rem. The reason I'm showing it to you is because I want it to be...
Give me a break. Give me a break. Of that Oni chant.
Oh, God!
Oh, I highly regret that. I highly regret it. I regret it as it was coming.
Dylan's gonna have that clip forever. All
right. So, continuing on. Some dude bros are interested in the sister, try to become friends with the brother to get closer to her. That doesn't go anywhere. Instead, they just decide, actually, fuck it. They approach the brother one day and they're like, hey, that sister though. And then the sister grabs hold of the brother and like very deliberately presses her boob into his arm. I want to make it abundantly clear how deliberate that is because man, the camera work on it really wants to emphasize multiple times that she is pushing her boob up into her brother's arm.
I mean, maybe it's just creative cinematography, Rem.
It showed the same bit like 3 times. It's like, hey, but this is where her boobs are, in case you forgot. It's like, no, I recall. I know what's going on. I understand. So the guys back off, but later on, sister's embarrassed about it. She goes to her brother and tells him just forget about the fact that his elbow touched her boob. And he's like, oh, I already forgot. Because now he's playing it super nonchalant. He's either like boring and nonchalant or boring and slightly nervous.
Hey, Rem, I don't appreciate you calling Dylan out like that.
Oh, fuck, we're just roasting the man.
We can't help it, man. I'm feeling a little punchy today. I love you, Dylan, very much, but sometimes, sometimes you gotta.
Something about the incest just makes us think of our boy Dylan.
Oh, God. Oh, he's gonna kick our asses. He can easily kick both of our asses, right?
Yeah, this is the end of us. Continuing on. So, she gets, she's annoyed that he's so nonchalant about it. So, as she's, in, the bath and stuff, she comes out just in a towel and sits down next to him, and he's clearly, flustered, and she's like, oh yeah, it makes her feel powerful. But then her towel slips. Oh no. He helps her out, covers her with the jacket, but then they slip onto each other on the couch, and they are right about to fuck.
Hey, Rem, no, they can't. There's no, this is...
They are.
No, Rem.
Watch this scene and tell me that they're not right about to fuck until their parents come home. Their parents come home and interrupt, and they interrupt a kiss, right? They were about to kiss, but after the kiss, they were gonna fuck. I mean, are any of us naive to think, oh no, here I am laying on my sister wearing nothing but a towel draped over her, not even completely. They were gonna fuck.
Oh God, I don't want to think about that, Rem. I don't want to.
I didn't want to see it.
I don't want to think about siblings going to Scoodly Poop in town together. That's just not what I want.
And yet you chose this anime.
Hey, man. This was a preventative measure, right? We would have never heard the end of this if we neglected to cover it this season.
So episode 2, at the end of episode 1, to hide it, he just stores his sister inside the couch. I don't know either.
It had a
2.
Convenient chest underneath it, why not?
Yeah, why not? Episode 2, there's a fitness test going on. One guy approaches the brother. This will be the brother's friend. He's not relevant. Then a girl will approach the sister, become her friend. She is relevant.
Oh, so she's so relevant you remember her name.
It had an M. It
wasn't Mommy, I know that much. That would be a very different anime.
Miami.
You sound like a toddler trying to ask for his mother for the first time.
Did I get it right, though?
No.
Fuck.
Minami.
I was close! I was so much closer than I thought.
Or
I
Akatsuki.
just mixed.
You know.
Oh man. All right. So, we'll just call her mommy. That's easier. Why not? Fuck
No,
it.
Rem, this is the wrong anime to call somebody mommy.
So we have brother, sister, and mommy.
No.
And mommy is sister's friend.
Oh, God.
So sister and mommy, they do fitness things together, and mommy's like super good at it. They have some chemistry together, but also it's like I still don't give a shit. At one point, the sister pushes herself too hard, and so she feels a little faint. She tips over, and her brother happens to be there, even though it points out he shouldn't be there.
I mean,
And it's not really explained why he's just around.
what's a little light stalking between siblings?
And you think, okay, he's there to like talk with his sister, do something, or like, no, he just he just catches her and then hands her over to mommy, and it's like, all right, later, and that's it. And then mommy is like, wow, your brother is so caring and sweet. What? What? Because he was randomly there to catch her and then immediately handed her off? What? Am I missing something? Like, dude's just a boring asshole. He has no other traits other than horny, I guess.
Well, I mean, supposedly he's very smart.
I get there's other than him saying that he's very smart, there's no indication that he is. Literally the only character who's called him smart is himself. He's the only one who's labeled himself as smart or given any indication. He's like, "Oh no, I'm actually a super genius." And it's like, "Oh, okay, so..." And it's like he's angry that his sister is getting better grades than him, right? Which implies that he does care about school. I mean, they're in this like prep school, and he apparently cares about his grades because he's frustrated she has higher grades. He's not like, oh, it doesn't matter. He's like, oh no, that pisses me off. He's just a dumb fuck who thinks he's intelligent. I don't know what the fuck his deal is. I don't know when creating his character, I don't know what we're supposed to like. I don't know literally any redeeming qualities other than, oh, well, it's the brother.
I mean, I think the people who like the show are supposed to like how easily they can slot themselves into his position, probably.
Oh god, so they're assholes too.
Yeah.
Like, at least the sister, she has an erratic Mary Sue and largely inconsistent character, but at least there's some character there. Nonetheless, then the sister gets fever, so she's out. Mommy and brother show up and help take care of her. The sister gets better, but she keeps bossing around brother, and that's it. Sort of doesn't really go anywhere. Every episode, it's like, it has its premise, right? And you're like, oh, okay. And then it just sort of keeps going. And then it gets into a new premise. You're like, all right, where's this going? And it doesn't. And that's the show. Episode 3, we open up on the sister sniffing her brother's underwear.
What? Sorry?
Yep.
Sorry.
No, yes, that is the opening scene of episode 3. That's
Hey, Rem, are you sure you didn't miss like some kind of interlude or like some kind of like opening credits? Like they can't just open like that.
yeah. So, well, okay. Let me correct myself. It starts with a flashback on how she would collect everything he ever gave her and still does. And then it cuts from her obsessively keeping everything that he's ever touched in his life to her sniffing his underwear. So, you know, if you think that is sufficient transition, sure.
I mean, doesn't she also just like basically insult every introvert on the face of the planet?
Oh yeah, she says that her creepy underwear sniffing tendencies are because she's an introvert. Which, hey man, I'm an extrovert, so I don't know, but something tells me that that's not fully accurate. I don't know. Shaun, when was the last time you sniffed some underwear?
Never, thank you very much. Well, actually, wait, hold on.
You see some of Dylan's underwear
No,
in the wash,
no,
and you're like,
it
what?
wasn't anybody else's. Wait, hold the fuck on.
Shit,
Hold the fuck
man.
on. Look, it was, I couldn't remember if no, wait, you know what? I'm just digging myself a deeper hole. I'm going to stop this train of thought where I go right now. Also, I consider myself more of an ambivert. Thank you very much.
Oh, okay, so you only sniff underwear sometimes.
Okay, listen here, fucko.
According to the show. I'm trying to learn here.
You're picking the wrong series to learn from, my guy.
So, she's like, oh no, I need to return this, otherwise the consequences would be dire. And then we go into a full-on daydream fantasy of her getting spanked because he finds out about her underwear. And it's totally just him being like, wow, you pervy girl, such a pervy sister, you need to be punished. The fuck? All right. So, she tries to return his underwear, and he is leaving his room with her bra. And they see each other, and they try to explain it to each other. She's quite upfront. She's like, hey, I am obsessed with your shit and wanted that underwear. What about you? And he's like, oh, it's an accident. And she was like, oh, yeah, no, that's what I meant, too. I also meant that it was an accident. They agree they both lose the game, so each of them will get a demand from the other, which once again is just following up on the sex game, like, yeah, I can just tell you to do whatever I want once, whenever I want. Okay, yeah, continue your sex game. I don't know why I have to watch it.
Well, it's because you do an anime podcast, Rem. That's the main reason. Like, otherwise,
it's times like these where I wonder, how long do I have left in the tank? When starting, I certainly didn't think I had 4 years.
Well, Rem, like most anime fans, you have a masochistic side that you just gotta let out every once in a while. And I'm here to help you with that.
Perfect.
This outlet is probably not the best outlet, but these things happen.
So, now, forget all about that. We move into the second half of the episode, where the sister sees brother with some random girl, and that random girl looks like the sister used to. And then, when sister gets home, she sees girl's shoes that aren't hers. So that's probably rando girl's shoes. She's like, I have a plan. So she takes the shoes and she calls her brother and is like, hey, can you go grab something from the store for me? And she hears someone leave and is like, aha, now my brother is gone. Now the girl is all alone and she can't leave because I have her shoes. Which, if you notice some flaws in this plan, don't worry about it. So she goes and checks his room, and she finds the brother, who also apparently, I guess, just ignored her request. We don't address that. We just don't worry about that. He said he was going to grab the shit she wanted him to grab, and then he just doesn't, and no one cares. She mentions it, and the brother is all weird about it. And the brother is like, oh yeah, totally, I had a girl over, and you can tell he's lying, but to what end? And then the brother, he sees a red chair in the dining room, and he's like, oh shit. Some of you may wonder, what? Yeah. I don't know either, dude. Because the brother's like, oh, maybe you should check your room now. I think it would be worth doing. And so it's like, is there something in her room? There's nothing in her room. And then he's like, oh, well, you caught me. I was with someone. Oh shit, a red chair. I don't know!
Look, man, I'm part of the Critical Role community, so every time I see a lone chair, I am automatically trained to think, suspicious. So maybe he's just a big critter. You never know.
yeah, maybe he's just suspicious it's a mimic. I feel like there's just a lot missing in this scene. And I think it's like, maybe he expected the rando girl to be there, but also he gives any indication of not thinking she's gonna be there.
Well,
so why would that surprise him then?
I will also mention, Rem, that I think I said earlier, but this is a light novel adaptation. So the opportunities for them to cut out things are much higher and more likely. So there is a strong possibility.
But you could have cut all so you could have cut all of this shit out, right? All this scene, though also all of the show.
Yeah, no, like
you could have cut this whole scene out. Or you could have kept it all in and make sense. But instead, you kept the scene, but cut enough so that it's confusing as fuck.
Yeah, that about sums
just
it up.
Seems inconsistent, and like, I guess he expected to see rando girl there, is my best hypothesis. But also, he shouldn't have expected to see her there, so I don't know. Anyway, now we see what's going on from brother's side. And with brother, he was in the library one day when mommy approached him, dressed as his sister used to look, for no reason? Like, mommy doesn't know about their past, even though sometimes she maybe implies it. But even if she is like, I think they might be fucking, she doesn't know what she used to look like. I don't know what's going on here. But she's like, oh, okay, hey, brother, let's get married. And he's like, Mommy, we don't even know each other. What? And she's like, but if we got married, then I could be around your sister who I'm crushing on. Which, I'll be honest, hey, y'all, get this. What if you just propose to the one you're crushing on? I know. Women getting married? Crazy, right? But here in 2022, it's a real thing. Look it up. I know. Blew my mind too. It's wild. It's wild. So yeah, convoluted and real dated, but sure, why not? And then we cut from that going on, which also now just doesn't make a lot of sense, to the brother approaching sister and being like, hey, I'm ready to enact the punishment on you, my one demand. And she's like, yeah, what? And he's like, let's go on a date together. And that's episode 3.
I feel like that would break the rule even more.
Yeah, first of all, that would break the rule. Second of all, it seems like episode 3 was 3 episodes that none of them finished. It's 3 incomplete episodes just smushed together.
So you're saying that the episodes themselves are being etched?
Yeah, that's the moral. Which, actually, now I'm thinking. Now you got me thinking, Shaun, maybe this is just a creative choice, right? To get us into the character's headspace, right? This show is making us psychologically edge our will to live, where it's like, come the fuck on, do something decent or interesting, please. You could have just done this and it would be better, come on, anything. And instead, it just keeps you on the edge of constant frustration on how shitty of a show it is. Maybe it's a masterpiece. You've heard it here first. Shaun Rollins thinks.
Hey, hold on. Do not.
This show is a masterpiece.
Do not put words into my mouth.
He thinks that it has great artistry and explores the concept of edging in a lot of fantastic and fascinating ways.
I'm already a fan of anime. I don't need people thinking I'm more of a degenerate than I already am, Rem. I don't need help with that. I can do that on my own. Thank you very much.
Well, yeah, so this show, its sin is that it's not a good show. And it's not even a good sister fucking show. Like, if it's a sister fucking show, I'm almost universally gonna hate it and put it in the abyss and have a terrible time watching. But even if you are all in on that, right? You can skip this one. You will, like, even if you are the degenerate who, as soon as you heard it was some sister fucking anime, you were like, ooh. No, it's not a good one. You won't like it either. No one wanted this. It's not well done. It doesn't give anybody what they want. It's a trash show with trash characters, and I'm trying to think of redeeming quality. I cannot think of one. Even like its opening and end credit scenes are generic as fuck.
Oh, they're painfully generic, Rem.
Like there's just, this show has nothing.
Well, Rem, considering you think the show has nothing, would you love to hazard a guess at what the MAL score for this is? Keeping in mind that it's a brand new season, so it's a new series, so the numbers are going to be a bit more skewed one way than the other.
Yep. So, all right. So it's newer. People are just starting to watch. I think it often takes people a little bit to die down from any amount of hype. If we've been getting recommendations, but also I still feel like even the degenerates can recognize that it's not a good show, and it won't even give them what they want. It doesn't give anybody what they want. So I'm keeping in mind, I'm escalating this from what I would predict. Otherwise, I'm going to say 7.18.
Well, Rem, the show only has 17,000 ratings currently. And it is sitting nice and prettily at 7.18.
Oh my god! Holy shit!
I am not shit. At the time of this recording, that is what it is sitting at, and I'm gonna send you the MAL link right now just to prove it.
Wait, that's the first time.
That's the first time you've been spot on. Like,
holy shit!
Like spot on to the second digit. Yeah, no, there's your proof, Rem.
Oh my god!
Like Rem, it took every ounce of my being not to gasp in surprise the second you said 7.18.
I've been telling you, I've been getting better and better. I have calibrated this. I know you fucking weebs. I am in your fucking heads now. Oh my god. Unironically, that, as stupid as it is, has boosted my mood incredibly after watching this dumpster fire.
I can't imagine why. Rem, that is fuck, dude. We joke about you being spot on with your predictions all the time, but this is the first time you've ever actually been
to the second decimal.
To the second fucking decimal. Only when the show at the time of this recording, only the 4th episode has aired. So, that, it's its most volatile period, when the show is actively airing, and you fucking nailed it. That...
feels good, man.
That's a feat, my guy. I will say, some of the reviews for this are amazing, and concerning at the same time.
And so, because I nailed it, so next week, you're gonna give me a treat, right? It's gonna be a good thing, because I nailed it? Come on!
Well, Rem...
That's a good reason as any!
It'll be up to you, Rem.
I mean, obviously, yes, I would like something good. Yes!
Okay.
Yes.
I will prepare something for you, but again, it'll be up to you, so we'll have to see. But yeah, just point of order. I skimmed through some of the reviews for this one on Mal because there aren't many, obviously, because the show's just coming out. But one person gave this a 1 out of 10. It's the first review I saw, and basically they are saying almost exactly the same things you are, which is impressive.
See, and I don't think I would rate it a 1 out of 10.
Right? Because 1 out of 10 is reserved for things like X-Arm, right?
Yeah. I think I would probably rate it around 2.5, but it'd be a 2.5 minus. And what I mean by that is, sometimes there's a show, there's been a couple of shows that I've rated a 4, but a 4 that's still worth watching. Right. Or even a 5 or 6 that's still worth watching. For one reason or another.
It dips so low that the negative becomes a positive, and you enjoy watching the dumpster fire.
Or maybe it does one really interesting or good thing, even though the rest of the show is terrible, right? But this is a 2.5 minus, which means 2.5 already it's in a bad state. It doesn't do a ton other than all of the obvious stuff. Its animation is fine. Its visuals are fine. Just about everything in the show is fine. It doesn't have the worst stuff, but it has nothing good. So there's no 2.5, but there's literally no reason to watch this show.
Yeah. One person described it as cringy but a fun show, which I'm not sure where they're coming from. I'm usually pretty good at separating my perspective from seeing where could other people enjoy it, right? Right.
I'll always give my perspective, but I'm pretty good at being but I can see if these kinds of people would enjoy it. I don't see what's enjoyable about this show. I guess if you are the most degenerate, right? If you are just so fucking horny and you really need a sister fucking anime and you've run out of them. If you have run out.
You've gone to the well and it is dry.
Then I guess here's this. Here's this leftover shitty sister fucking anime that won't even give you what you want. But if your goal is to watch them all, here you go, I guess.
The worst version of Pokemon ever. Gotta watch them all. Oh my god. Well, Rem, I think that'll do it. I guess the final question to ask you, is there any chance you'd want to watch?
No.
Even if the Stepmom shows up more? Says it should in the title? The whole title is yeah, my stepmom's daughter is my ex. Yeah, so surely the stepmom plays an important part, right?
Yeah, she had some of the first dialogue.
That is true. That is very true. And 2 lines since. Well, with that in mind, thank you all so much for joining us. If you enjoyed Rem going to all kinds of depths to try and find the perfect guess for a Mal score, then please head on over to wherever you get your podcasts and leave us a review, whether that be Apple Podcasts, Podbean, Stitcher, Spotify. We do read every single one, and it means the world to us. But if that is still not enough for you, you can head on over to twitch.tv/animeoutofcontext, where myself, Remington, and Dylan occasionally play video games exceedingly poorly. And if that is still not enough for you, you can head on over to patreon.com/animeoutofcontext, where you can gain access to all kinds of lovely bonus material, including having the opportunity to have your name read aloud on the podcast. So, Remington, who are we thanking this week?
As always, we would like to send our regards to all of our bland bit protagonists, as well as our magical girls, who we really appreciate. But moving on, we reach our yandere wife... I fucked that up. Yandere waifus, who are punishing us every time we think of them. And on that list, we have Alex, Xanax, Yandere Neko, Yahir, Why Shaun, Walk Me Home Gently, Wade Ishell, Tyler Worley, Trenton Farrell, Travis J. Humphrey, Totally God, Tony Chappa, Tim Westy. There is no war in Ba Sing Se because Avatar The Last Airbender is coming to White Sword soon, my cabbages. The Susanator, The Big Bean, that one anime dude who's also a duck, Tetsuo13 asks, hey guys, Anya, Momo, or Tsumugi? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is my favorite anime. Take My Cheeks, Squirrel, Spicitus, the one who shall bring justice for all of the mispronounced usernames. Spiffy, Silent Secondary, Sightless Reality, Shoujo Addict, who doesn't need help, just more manga to read and anime to watch. Shaun's hot, throbbing gumdrop buttons.
Pardon? Fucking pardon?
Oh, thank you. I'm really flattered about my gumdrop buttons.
I hate it here.
I'm
this
happy
is
you
the
take it as a
worst.
compliment. Shaun, Punish, Rub, and Make 'em Watch Excel World, School Days Inclined for the Feels, Salty Pretzel, Ross Palmer, Rhiannon Williams, Remington Merrill, Remington Chase, Voice of the People, President of the Turtle Club, Chair of the Rooster Committee, and Daddy of Craws. More titles than I expected, but sure. Rem Gave Me Depression, Papa Tenku, Oh Boy, An Ounce of Serotonin, Don't Mind If I Do, No Waifu, No Laifu, Nick Harvey, Makeka 7 Hierto, Mexican Gun Freaks, My Sizitzi, Matthew Drum Says Dylan's an Angel, Matthias Rodas, Man the Person Fern, Matt02 Max, Lizzie Anthea, Lukio, Logan Evans, King Rich Rock, Casey Mosley, Cassidy, Just a Traveler, Jax, Jam Hands, It's My Birthday, May 20th, so I'm now God and taking over the podcast, ISIS, but only for terrorist acts committed by birds. If I'm an otaku with a master's degree, am I already a sensei? If I'm a sensei, humanity is fucked. I, Remington, am a kappa and love to steal everyone's butt balls. I'm lonely, so I watch anime. I want Rem to ruin Darling in the Franxx for me. I must know what caused the ginger Irish fuck to piss himself.
I hate it here.
Hey, sometimes he's just so occupied, he just completely forgets.
No, stop it. Hey.
I have a feeling we are not in Kansas anymore, says Miska, suspecting that Tornado-kun has isekai'd her to Oz. Oh, shit, it is an isekai, ain't it?
It is, yeah.
Hunter Davies. He wanted to eat her pancreas, but now I can only cry. What? Glenn Michael Dolan, Buck of Love Foxen Boy, Farmer Weeb's Bad Pickup Line of the Week. Want to join my slave harem? Oh god. Fantide, Extreme Cobra, Epic Gamey, Episode 144, 59 minutes, 39 seconds, Rem's Aussie accent is actually good. Oh, perfect. Well, thank you. Unless it's ironic. I don't know. I don't remember my Aussie accent, or how it happened in episode 144. Or if 144 is something else. Who knows? Elite Knight, drink milk to prevent wobbly bones, not a conspiracy. Dickite, Mimicin, Pikachurin, Tris, Pentafluorethyl, trifluorophosphate, also known as FAP, and finally Trans 1,4-bis-4 Pridal F. Crumb Sluts Bakery, now an official sponsor of Yam Fest. Creed 13, Shine 900, Cheese Monkey, Cage in the House, Brockhard for Geodudes, Blood for the Blood God, Skulls for the Skull Throne, Big Blue Bear Boy, Elise Howard, AJ Tunnels, AJ Honey, and now we go to the Boy Wizard tier where you get the task you avoided by writing a Patreon name. Chris, you get planning your fiance's birthday. And then, of course, we have Shaun read this. Okay. Oh, I will. That's sweet, sweet silky frog juice. Frog ass juice. All right. And now we move on to the Boy Wizard tier where we are earning our explicit tag this week, folks.
What? What? No, Rem?
We are
Rem?
getting a random incest erotic story.
No, Rem, you can't look that shit up because if any of it's anime, then it's spoilers.
Oh, no, don't worry. It is just random erotic titles that I'm giving them from the website Literotica. So look these up at your own.
So
risk.
it's a generator then. It's a generator. Please specify it's a generator.
Oh no, these are actual stories.
No.
These are actual stories from the actual site that you can look up, and if you want to, you can read. God,
I hope you're using incognito mode.
Yes, I almost typed into my browser incest stories, and I was like, that's not What happened?
That's not your brand. You don't want Amazon looking at that and be like, well, if he likes this.
All right, so we start with we start with warning. You're 799 episodes away. You get The Family Tree, Chapter 2. Vincent Calabrese, you get Andy Challenges to Triumph, Chapter 1. Lots of chapters. I guess when you select random, there are going to be a lot of
Random chapters.
yeah. But that's fine. Great Butt Ball of Despair, you get Parents Teach Their Daughter, Part 15.
What? Oh, God, that actually made me gag. Holy shit.
No, don't worry, it'll get worse. Stupid Sexy Nergigante, you get The Summer of Discovery. Shuffleboard is totes a sport, you get My Sister and My Niece.
This
This is the worst I've ever.
this is a bad place to be. I don't like being here.
We're earning that explicit tag. Rat Feast at the finish and the one who's slowly melting in the summer. You get Take Me Tom, part 24 to 25.
What?
Surely it's just one part. That's just all right. Please watch Healer Girl, a cute slice of life about using music to heal people. Also, Rem is still a girl. You get oh no. Sex with My Stoner BBW Cousin, Chapter 5.
Why? That's not a title. That's a description.
My Afro Ain't My Dog, you get On to Edna's Needs, Chapter 12.
Oh. Oh, the mental image that gave me. Oh, that is disgusting.
Momo the Griff, you get Mom's Bridal Lingerie, Chapter 10. Oh, I regret. I thought it was... Oh, no.
You did this to yourself, my guy. And you're dragging me along for the ride, and I do not appreciate it.
Mike Wants an Overlord review. You get Sean Rollins' Dirty Secret, Chapter 28.
Hey, hold on. That doesn't exist.
No, that's just it was I don't know, it was on the generator, you know, it was just on the generator. So was that Momo or Mike?
That was Momo the Griff, I think.
Okay, Mike Wants an Overlord review. You get Nasty Little Sister, Chapter 7.
Oh, I hate it. I hate it here.
I threw myself in hell.
You did this to yourself.
I think what was wrong. I was riding that high of getting the score exactly right. That
you hoisted yourself on your own petard.
I got careless. Miguel De Leon, you get the very simply named Preparing Her Anus.
Oh no.
My Tawa says first 3 arcs of Bakemonogatari is just 8 episodes. Okay, you get tomorrow. Nice and simple. Tomorrow. That's fine. That's okay. That could mean anything. It's just tomorrow.
That implies a future, which I'm not sure I want anymore.
Latinos Eats Death and Anime for Breakfast. You get Roderick's Tale. Kyo from Fruits Basket has phenomenal character development. Shaun, please use BS rule for Fruits Basket 2019 and give it to... And then it cuts off. You get Jumping at the Chance. Jacob Payne, you get Learning Give and Take. I'm sorry, have we run out of all the chapters? Inuyasha's my favorite cryptid. Okay, no, we haven't, because you get A Weekend with 3 Angels, Chapter 15. That's a lot of chapters for one weekend. Harrison, you get Good Golly Miss Molly. All one word. Grammar Gremlin, you get Zach Chapter 4, Mom and Sis in the Shower.
Somebody needs to take their keyboards away from them.
There's someone listening to this episode with their sibling right now.
No, Red.
They regret it. I'm so sorry to that person.
I hope nobody listens to our podcast with their siblings in the room.
It's a family affair.
No, that's the one. You can't say that after that.
Next up, we go ahead, call the cops who won't unreject the childhood friend. I'm the childhood friend. Oh, how tragic. But don't worry for that. You get free relief assisted by magic. Dylan, when are you taking over? You get Beth's Little Secret, Chapter 23. Crimson Reapers, just because of the size, you get There is Baking and There is Cooking. Beethoven 1201. You are going to get Under Mom's Bed Temptation. All Father's fun fact, the average ejaculation ejaculates at 25 miles per hour, making it illegal to ejaculate in a school zone. You know what? that whole thing, All Father, is the title of yours. So, you get your own. Aaron Hegland, you get Phoenix Rising Part 5.
Is that a Phoenix
And Tuzek Shaun, I don't know. Tuzek Shaun, I have to show you my Rule 34 of Yui, and it's my favorite of my many folders. You get Lil Sis, Chapter 11.
Wonder if she's a rapper.
All right, but don't worry. We're just going to keep getting worse. If you thought that was uncomfortable.
Rem, no, you have the opportunity to turn this around. You're the one in charge here. You can flip this bitch around. You can pull a Yui and we can be in a happier place.
I think I'm broken. Besides, now I got to punish Shaun. So.
No, wait. You've already punished me recently. Don't. I don't
now,
want it.
As always, we're giving our lovely inappropriate Joey Wheelers, we're giving them your horoscope. Emphasis on the horror, because your horoscope is going to be the first line of random incest erotica, read by Shaun as Joey Wheeler.
Rem, no, we can't do that. Like, we would have to. We released this early on Patreon. We would have to put, like, a real explicit tag on this shit. If I'm reading fucking smut aloud.
Only the first sentence. What could go wrong, I ask, knowing full well that so much can go wrong. Hey, we're here. I'll be honest, Dylan might have to add another thing just before the Patreon readings.
I can't even see it full screen right now because because you're using it on your yeah, okay, that's a little better.
All right.
I don't like how there's an ad for live webcams on the side there.
I would have ad block, but I'm on incognito mode, so it doesn't
You can
apply.
engage it on incognito mode, my guy.
Can you? Oh my god, that's a game changer. All right,
what? Whoa, those are some ads. Holy shit, my guy. That is a lot of ass on one screen.
This is such a bad decision.
Like, your cookies are fucked, my guy. Your cookies are boned.
Do cookies exist on incognito?
I don't know for certain, but I wouldn't doubt it because I don't trust Google.
Well, let's just get started. So we start with the redneck weeb returns thanks to moonshine and jiggle physics. All right, Shaun, and give them theirs.
Just the first.
This one.
Yeah, all right. Hello, my name is Mike. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Nice and easy.
Nice and easy. That's
so,
fine.
redneck weeb, your horoscope is that today you are Mike. Congrats. Next up, we got Shaun. Where do I send my application to be your mommy dom? All right. Okay, another.
All right.
I guess the full.
Yeah, full thing's fine. See, I've noticed that lately my Joey Wheeler has just evolved into Scout from TF2, which is
yeah.
It's a little hard to get into.
Hey, yo!
I'm a freaking blur here. No. See, that's still Scout. Hold on. Joey. Hey, Yogs. Yeah. Hey, Yogs. There we go. All right. So how's things at work? Stacy asked her mom. Oh, God, it's Stacy's mom. Oh, no.
It is Stacy's mom!
Oh, no.
Your horoscope is just the entirety of the song Stacy's Mom. So, next up we have...
I forgot this was related to horoscopes. I thought you were just making me do a stupid thing.
Next up we got Raftali's My Anime Waifu will return in September. Here's your horoscope.
Oh, it just went so blurry for me. It just went so fucking blurry for me. Hold on.
Why'd it go blurry?
Because Discord, okay, there we go, is fucky sometimes. Hey, Yokes. Bill Dennis stayed longer at Molly's than expected, not leaving until late Thursday afternoon.
Thank God you're not reading the next sentence.
Yeah, no, that's a good thing.
Right now, amazingly, the first sentences have been safer than the titles. So, no need to rush, over there.
I don't like how that username is 99% oral.
No need to rush. Take your time. That's what your horoscope.
What the fuck is that title? No.
Would you like to read it for the class, Shaun?
The title? Fuck no, that wasn't the deal. I ain't doing that.
All right, next up we have Magic Ice Ball. And yours, your first, your horoscope.
How did all of this start, you ask?
So ask questions about see where things begin, and you'll understand where they end. Magic Ice Ball. Next up, I spent too much time playing Overwatch. Please help.
I keep getting distracted by like all of the ass right above the titles.
There is a lot of ass.
Like Thank you.
Focus.
All right. Okay. I always say to the people that Donnie and I are like the Gilmore Girls, only mom and son. Oh, I hate that. Oh God, I don't like that.
So your horoscope.
Go watch the Gilmore Girls and feel bad about
Call
yourself.
your mom.
No, I don't. No. Oh God.
Oh, what was that one for?
I don't
Is
fucking.
that ice ball?
I think
All
so.
right. Next up, I spend too much time playing Overwatch. Please help. Oh wait, was it that one?
I think it might have been that one actually.
All right, next up, Dylan Army General. Glory to the editor. Hashtag Dylan's waifu. Hashtag communism for books. I can type a lot. Damn.
Oh God, it just.
Oh.
Hold on, I need to.
Here we go.
I need to.
You're well. We knew it was gonna come.
I'll be real with you, Rem. I can't read it. Hold on. Let me try and remedy this. Okay, there.
You got a hell of a horoscope coming, Dylan Army General.
I really hope they're an adult. Oh fuck. All right, here goes. She came home early from work one afternoon to walk in on her 19-year-old son fucking his then girlfriend from behind.
So your horoscope always knock. Always knock. Next up we have Demon Ray 13.
Why is the title of this one Incest is the Best? Like, that is the most unoriginal title for an incest like story.
Oh, I don't know what to tell you, man.
Oh, thank God, it's an easy one. Hi, my name is Melanie, and I am 18.
Your horoscope is to meet new people and introduce yourself. Next up, oh God, oh no, so we have my dear old mom.
You did this to yourself. No, don't Google happy poems to give one to your mom. You did this to yourself. If your mother listens to this and gets to this point, God forbid, this is what she's gonna hear.
Right,
and she will know it's your fault.
Okay, it's not a bad one. Oh, thank God.
Yeah, I will say, though, it is from a story called Uptown Spunk, and
From author Ernest Hemings.
Oh, God. They apparently have... Oh, Jesus. They apparently have, like, 11,000 followers. All right.
No, it's only 1,000.
Oh, okay, so it's just Discord artifacting that's fucking with me. Okay. All right.
All right, read it for my mom.
Athena's eyes couldn't move fast enough, reading the email she received. There we go.
So, Mom, your horoscope is good day to be productive, get stuff moving nice and fast.
Yeah.
Then next up we have Chelsea Nussbaum.
Oh, fucking God. Fuck. As a man who loves puns, some of these puns are painful. Because they evoke images that I don't want to think about. I have been waiting for this day for 2 long years.
So Charles, your horoscope, what you've been waiting for is finally going to happen. Next up we have Blood Cell, not the white one.
I always hated family reunions. After this episode, I do too.
Get rid of your family. That's your horoscope. Just leave them all. Get rid of them. Who needs them? All right. Next up, we got Anime Girl.
I worry about the future of our country. I don't think I can read this, Ram.
I think you can, and I think you will.
Oh God, I just looked at the story info tab on the right. I hate this.
Don't do that.
Okay, all right. Once upon a time in the city of Ottawa, Ontario, there was this nice interracial couple that led a fairly bland life.
And that's the whole story.
It sounds like my fucking grandma said that.
So for you, Anime Girl, you don't need to do anything more than that, because I feel like if you tried to go beyond that, it might look, right now it might be bland, but I think even further it would get much worse than bland. Finally, going above and beyond, we have Dylan Hayden. What this all just?
Why is it all in italics?
What the fuck is this? I don't even know what the fuck this is.
All right.
Thank God it's just the first sentence.
I read the second sentence. I shouldn't have read the second sentence.
Why would you?
I shouldn't have read the second sentence. David Carmichael was in heaven.
So Dylan and Aiden, you're gonna have a great day. That's all. We don't need to clarify with even a single other sentence. what that could possibly mean.
I need a fucking
because
shower.
That one, let me tell you, that one just gets right into it.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
All that was separating us from pure madness was a single period, and thank God it was there.
If you want to reach out with us for a comment, question, feedback, or to send Shaun smut.
No, don't send me smut!
Subject line, smut for Shaun.
I don't want
You
it!
can tweet us at anime.com.
We cannot...
AnimeConPod on Twitter or at animeoutofcontext@gmail.com.
We are not soliciting our audience for lewd materials. That's how you get fucking canceled, Rem! Fuck me running. And I'm the one who had a drink before the podcast. Oh my Christ. Thank you all once again for joining us. We love and appreciate you very much, and especially now, more than ever.
Truly, truly.
Don't fuck your sister. Fuck.
So we have brother, sister, and mommy.
No. My Nazi's daughter is Putin. Putin pissed himself on stream.
Give me a break. Give me a break. Give me a break of that Oni-chan. Mommy, you're crushing my cock. Mommy, we don't even know each other. What? And she's like, but if we got married, then I could be around your sister who I'm crushing on. Look, you filmed the incest porno, all right? You filmed it, and then you were like, oh shit, let's just dub over in post and add the word step. Cock